What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Leafs Chatter. So let's go over the trade deadline. Let's just get right into it. So Leafs made a total of 3 trades. In return, they brought back a first, a fifth, a second, a fourth, and a conditional third. That's what we ended up getting this trade deadline. So getting into it here, we all know the Waugh trade, but McMahon to Seattle for a second round pick in 2027 and a fourth round pick in 2026. I honestly think Treliving could have done way better. I mean, let's be honest. Like Michael McCarron went for a second round pick. So you're telling me that we couldn't have got at least a first back or 2 seconds for Bobby McMahon? Like Seattle has picks. They have, I think, 2 or 3 first round picks. They could have easily have given one up. I don't know. I don't understand why Brad couldn't get that done. And this one, oh my fucking god, breaks my heart. Scott Laughton got traded to the Kings. I didn't take a picture of the other part, but he got traded to the Kings for a conditional third round pick. A conditional third. It turns into a second if the Kings make the playoffs. And let's just be honest, they're looking pretty shit. And they just got rid of Corey Perry. So I don't know if they make the playoffs. It's possible. I mean, they can. It's going to be pretty tough for them. But for a third round pick, let's not forget what we had to give up for Scott Laughton. Brad Treliving looks like the biggest idiot in the entire world right now. He traded Scott Laughton for a third round pick, conditional third. Do you guys remember what we gave up for him? A first round pick and Grebenkin, who now is a full-time NHLer, fourth line guy, but you get what I mean. Like, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You literally look like a dumb piece of shit in front of everybody. You look like a dumb idiot. Like, that's ridiculous. You're telling me you couldn't have squeezed out a first-round pick, or maybe, if anything, a conditional second, where if they make the playoffs, it's a first? You're telling me you couldn't have done that, Brad? Are you serious? At that point, I much would have rather have kept Scott Laughton, because I wouldn't even want to know what he would have traded him for. At that point, I'd be like, well, he didn't trade him, so obviously he didn't get it. People weren't offering him a first round pick for him. But now I have to see this. I have to see this shit. I'm not saying I didn't think Scott Laughton was going to go for a first round pick and a top prospect. Like, I didn't think that at all. I was hoping, honestly, for a prospect, like a decent one, maybe like a B prospect, a prospect and a second. But if not the prospect, then give us a first or a conditional second where it could turn into a first if you get out of the first playoff round or some shit like that. Brad couldn't even do that. I'm pissed. I love Scott Laughton. I hope we re-sign him in the off season. Apparently, with McMahon, though, their numbers weren't aligning. McMahon was probably asking for anywhere from $5.5 to $6 million, if I had to guess. Probably like a Sherwood deal, but I think he'd ask for a little bit more. I mean, he's younger than Sherwood, but I think by a year or two. And I mean, let's just face it. Like Bobby McMahon, he's played top minutes with top players. Like, I think he's better than Sherwood, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I honestly can't believe it. Sherwood well before the deadline, got 2 seconds. And Bobby McMahon got a second and a fourth. Like, what the hell is this guy doing? Brad should be fucking fired. He should be fired for that. I thought the Waugh deal was okay. I honestly thought that was a good return. And then it just went downhill from there. Once it hit like 315, I was like, oh my god, okay, you know what? We didn't trade Laughton. I'm not that upset. We got rid of Bobby, but at least Lawton's going to stay. And then I got smacked across the face. I had to see that shit. I'm so pissed. Honestly, I hope the Leafs lose every single game going forward. I hope they lose every game. And I already know it's going to go to Boston. Boston's going to get the 6th round pick. But at this point, what else can you do? What else can you do? You only got you got one first round pick back. I was expecting, if you're getting rid of just Bobby, Laughton, and Waugh, I was gonna expect at least two first rounders and a couple seconds. Like, am I stupid for thinking that? Considering that Michael McCarron went for a second round pick and Bobby McMahon went just for a fourth. Actually, like an extra was just the fourth. Lawton was a freaking third. He was less than McCarron. Are you kidding me? I'm so pissed right now. Well, I'm still gonna try and I'm gonna still make videos or whatever for the games, but let's just be honest. It's just getting ridiculous. I'll make videos. I'm not. Why would I make a video if they win? For what? I should just make them when they lose. And we can talk about how much closer we are to getting, hopefully, within the top five for that draft pick. But yeah, OEL staying. I mean, I love OEL, but obviously that's what they should have done with Lawton and McMahon at that point. If no one's gonna offer you what you want, then they can fuck off. Like that's it. I honestly thought he could have got way more for McMahon and definitely a lot better for Lawton. Is what it is. Well, that's it for this one though, guys. You let me know in the comments what you think of Brad Treliving's fucking master plan, master idea of fixing this team for next year. He should be fired. He should not have a job at the end of the season. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's it for this one, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.